bells jingle all the way. Jingle bells, 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 jingle bells.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am bringing you my first ever holiday makeup. This is actually the makeup tutorial. This is actually the makeup look that I wore for Thanksgiving, and I took pictures and I posted them on social media, and a lot of people really seem to like it, and I don't know, I feel like it was worth a video. So I did mention that I was gonna do a tutorial on it, just because I feel like it's such a nice look to have for the holidays, either for Christmas or New Year's or whatever else, you know, like a nighttime date or nighttime going out dancing, whatever it is that you like to wear this kinds of makeup look. And I'm really digging it. Like, I started off with an idea, and then, you know, messing around and adding things here and there, I ended up with this look, and I actually like it way more than my first original idea. But yeah, I am so excited because it's the holidays and it's such a great time to spend with your loved ones and just be happy. And I know it might not be such a happy time for a lot of people because of either, you know, personal losses or anything else that's happening in your life. Just know that God is with you and that everything is going to be just fine, and try to enjoy as much as possible. But just remember that Christmas is the birth of Jesus, and it's supposed to be a time of joy and happiness and family, and just be happy with what you have and being grateful. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am super excited to bring you my first holiday tutorial. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay guys, as always, you know, we gotta prime our eyelid. This is like an essential step for every time we do our eye makeup, and this is just for the eyeshadows go on smoothly. And then we're gonna set it with a white eyeshadow or whatever eyeshadow, you know, skin color that you prefer. And you know, like I've always mentioned, this is to make sure that all the eyeshadows that go on top go on smoothly. Then we're going to be using the same white eyeshadow, and we're just going to really focus that on the entire eyelid. You know, you want to make sure that if you have small eyelids, you go just a little bit above your eyelid, just to kind of give that illusion that it's a little bigger and you have more room to play around. Then we're going to go in with this like really light mauve shade, and you want to concentrate that right on the edge of the white eyeshadow. The reason why I put the eyeshadow like this is so it can kind of be a guide of where to apply the next color, and we're just going to be creating a halo cut crease, if you know what I mean. So you just want to go on little by little to make sure that you don't mess it up and that it's not too thick. You want to make sure that it's a clear thin line, and just keep applying until you reach the desired pigmentation. Then we're gonna go in with this really cool tone purple, and it's like a super dark purple. So we're just gonna go in right on top of that mauve eyeshadow, and it's basically, we use the mauve eyeshadow as kind of like a guideline because it's a lighter color. It's so much easier to clean up just in case of any accidents or anything like that. So then we're gonna go in with a purple eyeshadow, and we're just gonna go in right on top of the mauve eyeshadow, and you want to make sure that it's super intense. Then we're gonna go in with the same mauve eyeshadow, and we're just gonna blend it. You want to make sure that you apply eyeshadow and you blend it, because you don't want it to be, you know, chalky or that it doesn't look nicely blended. And then we're gonna go in with a purple eyeshadow again, and just repeat the steps a couple times. You want to make sure that you apply pigment in the crease to make sure it's nice and intense, and then you also want to keep blending. Then we're gonna go in on the entire eyelid with this like purple but like grayish sort of eyeshadow. I'm really liking this eyeshadow. It's super intense, but I just decided to apply some Fix Plus to make it extra intense, because for the holidays we all like shine and glitter and dramatic, you know. So then you're just gonna apply that all over your eyelid, and make sure that you don't touch the crease, because that's the whole point, for the crease to be super intense. And then after you apply that, make sure that you blend. Then we're going to move on to face makeup. I'm not going to get in too much detail about my face makeup because I mentioned it a couple times in my routine. So if you want to know how to achieve a full face, I'm going to put the video, somewhere around the screen for you to click on if you are interested in knowing how to do that. And just so you know, I'm going to leave all the products down below just in case you guys are interested in knowing every single product that I use for the full face. And because this is such a dramatic eye look, I decided to go in extra with the bronzer, and then I'm going to be using the same blush for that palette. I feel like everything goes super nicely with the colors of these shadows. And then, like I said, because it's a dramatic look, you want to make sure that you apply tons and tons of highlight, or whatever preference is yours. If you don't like highlight that much, you can just apply a little bit to give it a little bit of glow. Then to finish the eyes, we're going to go in with that purple eyeshadow, and you want to make sure that you apply with a pencil brush really close to your lower lash. And then with the mauve eyeshadow, we're going to blend it. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going to be using this, I don't know, it's like a peachy, corally, yellowish eyeshadow. I really like it, and it's super pigmented. So we're just going to apply that right in the inner corner. Then to complete the look, we're also going to be using some black eyeliner. I feel like when it's such a dramatic look, we do need eyeliner to make sure it completes the look. And then I'm going to go in and create a wing liner. I decided to go in with a super thin and small wing liner because I feel like the look was already really dramatic and it was just like a simple touch. And then you cannot forget to set your makeup. If you're going to be in a party, especially now for the holidays, you want to make sure that your makeup looks and stays nice all night. So you want to make sure that you set that. And then, like I always mention, I always put my mascara after I set my face. So you just want to go in with falsies or whatever mascara is your favorite. And then for my lips, I decided to do a little combo. I haven't used my Milani lipsticks in so long, so I just decided to, go back to them and give them a try. So this is like a kind of like a purpley, super light purple shade. And then I decided to go in with my NYX on top, and it just like gives it like a nice purple nude kind of color. And then that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy holidays. I hope you create really cool looks for this season, and I'll see you on my next one.